Hey girl.
Testing. Hey.
This is
C. What's
and
up?
This is
Black Meets World. What's happening?
Oh my God.
I feel like intro music comes in now.
Right. We got the spot called blankets. We got the spot called. All right. I have no bars.
It's Saturday in July. It's raining outside, but we're not shy. We on.
Hey, get them, see?
I can't.
I was waiting. Okay.
All right. Greetings, everyone. It's only been about 5 months.
So we're here at Blankets.
All right. So we are at a outdoor space on Elevated Acre, up down by Water Street, and it's called Blankets. Dee, would you like to explain Blankets, or should I go in?
Actually, Kenny, can you come explain Blankets to us?
Oh, I know.
Right?
So Kenny, a really good friend of the show and a fan of the show, is going to explain what Blankets is.
Blankets is a collective of people coming together where you just lay out your blanket, have a board game, play frisbee, all groups, all races, all creeds, all religion, sexuality, just people coming to vibe and just enjoying each other's company.
Love that. Yay!
So we're out here interviewing the people that are here. We want to expose you guys to some of the awesomeness and black excellence that's at Blankets today. Our first person is going to be from
Black Girls That Code?
Girls Who Code. Girls Who Code. Tell us, girl. Just correct us.
Okay.
Introduce yourself, who you are, all that
Okay.
stuff.
Hi, my name is Anna Lowy. I'm 17 years old.
So mature. I love it.
Like, I'm here.
I'm currently a rising freshman at Wellesley College, and I'm a Girls Who Code.
What does that mean? I mean, what is
Girls Who Code for those who don't know?
Girls Who Code is an organization that its like sole mission is to teach girls, like at least I think 2 million girls, to code by 2020. And I was a part of the 3rd graduated class, I think. And I was located at AT&T. I spent my entire 7 weeks of my summer learning how to code 3 different languages. And,
wow.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Wow,
So,
you speak those different languages, or what are the languages?
I learned Python, processing JavaScript, and web development languages, which is probably more like 5, but I kind of consider them to be one. So it's JavaScript, HTML, and CSS.
Right.
Okay, so by languages for a person who doesn't know anything about
when you
this.
said, do you speak them?
I was like,
oh,
you mean these are coding languages.
Yeah, programming
Thank you for those who are not as familiar. Okay, y'all coming for me, but listen, half of the people listening are probably like, oh yeah, I thought that was those languages.
Yeah,
awesome.
For someone who went to engineering school, I could not make it. I went through my 1 CS Java class, and I was like, I'm good. But I always support Girls Who Code because I think everybody should learn it. I just struggle with the technical aspects of it. I can do some HTML, some XML, but I'm not the person that you would go to. I can fix things, but I can't dovelop them.
Well, most people I meet, they have similar experiences. They said that they took a coding class and it sucked. Doing Girls Who Code, and being a part of that environment where it's just only girls and it's not men trying to intimidate you, it feels different and you feel more comfortable being able to code around them. Everyone is learning, we're all trying to help each other out. And Girls Who Code is such a great organization that after I finished and I was an alum, they had a sponsorship deal with AOL/Built by Girls, and I was able to apply for a job where I eventually got, and I interned at AOL last summer.
You interned as a high school student at a Fortune 500 company.
Yeah.
AOL. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
And I worked
Just wanted to be clear. How old were you? You were 16. You were 16 at the time.
Yeah.
So what are you majoring in college?
Computer science.
As you should. Hey.
She's majoring in computer science.
Yeah.
Wait. So we have so many questions, and we're gonna make this short. So, what cool shit can you do as a girl who codes?
You can build something I did was I was able to go to TechCrunch in San Francisco.
Oh, nice.
Just the hackathon, and I got to help my.
So I want to make note that Dee is an engineer, so she's vibing over here. Meanwhile, my ass is I don't know what's going on. Okay, keep going.
Right. TechCrunch is awesome.
Yeah, so I was there, and I got to participate in the hackathon, and I worked along with the other 4 interns that were a part of my program, and we built an app called I'm Bored, and it's an online web-based app because none of us know iOS. And we built it, and basically it just notified your friends when you were bored. And
wow.
Yeah.
So what is the purpose of it? What does it do?
It was really because we were brainstorming ideas, and one of the ideas we had was wouldn't it be nice to know when when your friend is bored, so that like what friends are bored, instead of like having to messaging like an entire group and be like, oh, you guys have nothing to do, who's available? Like, no, just wouldn't it be nice to have like some sort of app where you can see which friends are bored, what they want to do, and like basically like reach out to them and go, hey, like, do you want to hang out?
Oh my gosh, you make me so like encouraged about the future. Like, seriously, like you're so intelligent and you're so mature for your age, and you're so smart. Like, legit, like you're doing something that like you're doing this at 17. I am 29. And I can only imagine what you'll be able to accomplish by the time you're 20. You know what I mean? Like by the time you're my age. You know what I mean? Like you're doing something that is evolving and is so needed for our lifestyles, our demographic. Exactly. And you'll have, and I want to describe, she has beautiful natural hair. She's so polite and like so mature. I thought she was our age, like when you were kind of like talking to us.
Oh, really? Because you shade me all the time for us not being the same age, so our age is relative.
D is also a smooth 23, just turned 39. I just want to be very clear. D is very mature for her age. But no, it's not shade, it's a compliment.
Right, we definitely thought that. I would have never guessed that you were 17.
Yeah.
I had no idea. Well,
So
good luck in college.
Good
We're
luck
really
at
proud of you.
Wellesley.
Thank you so much.
You'll have so much. Oh my God, I remember my freshman year. The best.
Let's not.
Oh, see, D's like, I ain't talking about that time.
Yeah, we just want you to have an amazing time and impact the world as we know you will.
And you're going to be at an all-women's college, which is still empowering. It's different when it's just women. You can obviously get like, you know, male influence outside of that because you're in a male-dominated industry. But being at an all-women's college is even more empowering, you know?
Yeah.
Congratulations!
Thank you
so
for
much.
talking to us.
Thanks for having me.
Anything you want to say before you go? Anything about like your internships or your school year that you're looking forward to? Your summer?
My summer is basically boring, but I'm looking forward to starting college. It's going to be different because I only attended co-ed school, so I'm excited to attend an all-women's college.
You're in Boston, so I mean,
like I'll find.
you'll find plenty to do. All right, congrats. Thank you for chatting with us.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
Bye. Right. Okay. All right. So we just want to introduce you to Ty Hunter, who is hosting Blankets. Ty, can you please tell us who you are and what Blankets is?
I'm Ty Hunter. You know me as being a celebrity stylist, so the one and only Beyonce.
The one and
And
only.
Destiny's Child. And also, some of you know me from my social media for being so positive, and some of you know me for the convention I came out with, the Twilight, and some of you know me for my club. I can keep going on. Let me stop. But Blankets is
We love it.
an amazing event that we came up with, me and the guys from Brooklyn. I love them so much.
This is unraveling a blanket.
Yeah, my blanket is unraveling. And what we wanted to do is, I do a lot of things for the Boys and Girls Club, Madison Boys and Girls Club. We did an amazing toy drive in December.
Amen.
When me and Kenny Knight, my best friend, when we showed up with the toys, we realized it was not enough toys. So I promised them I wanted to do more things. So spending a day with them, we went to the library and noticed that it wasn't enough books. So we came up with this event, Blankets, where you can bring your blanket. It really is an adult playground where you can be a kid and adults can be kids. It's free music, free food, free drinks, in a good atmosphere. To get in, you have to bring one book. To be VIP, which is cool, you get 5 books. And VIP is, you know, extra drink. And the cool thing about it is called Blankets. So if you leave, to get in, you bring a book, and to leave, if you want to donate your blanket, we're going to also give the blankets away to the local shelters. So in New York, it gets cold. I mean, you LA people don't know nothing about that, but in New York, it gets cold, and the homeless need blankets. So it was important for us to give back to the community and just have fun at the same time. It's showing that you can have to give and have a good time. We're giving you a good time or a book.
Word.
Thank you.
Wouldn't it be amazing if we had more events where the entry was a book and not $10?
Yeah.
Right.
You actually
And
give it
even
back.
like for my toy drive, a huge event, a lot of performers in the club in December, and to get in the club you have to bring a toy or pay $25. So you know I got a lot of toys.
Yes.
Right. Well, thank you so much.
No,
we
thank you
appreciate
ladies for
this.
coming, and we're gonna have a good. The rain tried to stop us, but it's not going to. We're gonna have a good
Like
time.
said, I'm gonna stop that. We're gonna let it shine
Yeah,
for
we're
y'all.
gonna do this.
Right. All right. Thank you.
Mwah, thank
Good.
you. Yeah. All right, so we have my friend Corey here, who is also part of Blankets. Can you tell us who you are and also what your contribution to blankets is, or why you're here, and why you support it.
All right, guys, what's up? My name is Corey. I'm from down south, North Carolina, but I live here in Harlem. But what blankets mean to me is just about unity. It's about everybody getting together, having a good time, talking, meeting people you never met before, talking about things you never talked about before. You know what I mean?
Right.
Just having a great, genuine time, and I'm here for it. You know what I'm saying? So, like, thank you for having me blankets and New York, and you guys as well. You know?
Yes, thank you.
And as y'all can hear, the music is in the background.
It's starting.
The
People
party
are
is
vibing.
starting.
There's a little girl, I don't know how old she is. She's hula
She's
hooping
hula
her
hooping.
life
Olivia
away.
Dope's daughter.
Oh, that's a dope.
Yeah, and she's dope too.
She's so cute.
So we're definitely starting to get the vibe
Yeah.
kicked off. What is one thing you wish to see going forward from Blankets?
More unity.
Okay.
More togetherness. You know what I mean? Like on some real shit. Just like,
Yes.
I don't know you, put your phone down. Hi, I'm so and so and so and so.
Right.
Especially as African Americans.
Correct.
And especially as black people in America.
Correct.
Whether you're African American, whether you're Jamaican American, you're literally from Africa and America. You know, it doesn't
Correct.
matter. We're
I agree
all
with
people
you.
who share the same skin, and we obviously all originate from the same continent. And at the end of the day, love is what heals us.
Yes.
And that's what brings us together.
We're in the same boat.
Right.
We're in
Literally.
And we all have commonality in some type of way. You have a mother, you have a father, you're born from them. You might not know them, but at least have a kindred spirit to me, and I love you.
And I love you. That's why I love you. You know?
No, you can curse.
I don't wanna curse,
Y'all
you know?
be drinking.
I'm a nanny, so
we
like,
having a good
it's for
time.
the kids. So that's why I'm here too. I love the kids. So, but like,
Right.
I can't curse. You know?
Okay, all right, we're gonna keep it PG.
Well, C and Corey just had a real moment. It was cute. They hugged and everything. Sorry this isn't a video podcast.
Sorry,
but all right, y'all. Thank you.
All right. Thanks, guys, for having me.
Thank you, Corey.
So we're here with Keisha.
Hey, Keisha.
And she's gonna tell us about her blog.
Blog, video blog.
Yes.
It's called Non-Idle, NONIDLE, and I interview entrepreneurs who have developed a platform for themselves, displaying their passion in a unique way with humility and perseverance. So I go after people who are young like us, millennials, who are basically living their life however they want.
I love that so much.
And doing everything that they can imagine, bringing all their ideas into fruition.
Okay.
So I get inside their mind, see why they did it, where it even came from, you know?
Right.
I feel like everybody speaks on, oh, I work hard, I do this, but they don't say exactly like what that work is, you know what I'm
So
saying?
tell us what your work is. Like, why did you get involved in this? Why do you work hard? Why do you do that?
Okay, so I always wanted to be a news broadcaster.
Okay.
So I used to talk to myself when I was younger, because I always wanted to, I'm from Newburgh, New York. It's upstate New York. So like an hour north of here. And I always wanted to be a news broadcaster, but as I got older, I'm like, and I started working, I realized I didn't want to work for anybody, especially not the man. And I didn't want to be on TV talking about useless news that nobody needs to know. Like, I always knew I wanted to work for myself once I started working. So I just created it. I lived in Florida for 2 years. I moved back in April. And when I came back, my goal was to work for myself, not work for anybody, and finally bring all my ideas that I've had, I wrote down, and bring them into fruition. And I'm doing that right now. And I'm so happy.
Wait, question.
Black Girls Rock.
Yes, Black Girls Rock hashtag.
I love being black. I've had this thing for like 4 years.
I love
5 years.
So we're looking at a bracelet that she has that says "I love being black." It's so cute. Wait, the other one says "I
Why
am."
not me?
Oh,
This
yeah.
is my friend. He's a rapper. So actually, let me shout out a lot of people in Newburgh, New York right
Go ahead,
now.
do it.
845. Shout out to Tito Montana, Frankie Ryan, Partisan Fontaine. Look out for him. He's blowing up right now. Dope Coley, and everybody else. You know who you are.
Yo, sorry, that's amazing. That's amazing. But yo, there was a documentary called "The Newburgh Sting."
Yes. That's the town we live in, and that is where we're coming from. You see, we're coming from nothing, so we have no choice but to work hard, you know, and get what we want. We have to go out and get it.
Well, we admire people like you. We want to be near people like you.
Yes.
We want to be inspired
Aligned.
like you. Right. Exactly.
Yo, so wait, where'd you go to school? What took you to Florida? What city were you in Florida? How old are you? All that good stuff.
Okay, I'm 25 years old.
Hey.
I have my 2-year degree in communications. I was going to pursue my 4-year, but as I started just living life, I just started self-educating myself and reading so many books and learning. Like I read one quote, it was like, your business professor, he doesn't have his own business, so how is he gonna teach you to have your own business, you know? So I walked into Barnes & Noble's one day and I happened to come across a book called My Personal MBA. So I'm reading that right now, so learning about that and just self-educating myself. What else did she ask?
How'd you get to Florida?
How did I get to Florida? So I got to Florida because I just wanted to go. So I went and I moved back because I wanted to.
All right. We're here for that. Well, thank you so much for this interview. We appreciate it. We support you.
Thank you.
Again, just tell us your blog name.
It's Non-Idle, Nonidle.
All right, cool. Y'all follow her. Read what she's doing. It's amazing. All right, we'll enjoy blankets.
Thank you so much.
Thank
That's
you.
fun.
So, hey guys, we're here with some more folks who are at Blankets. Just introduce yourselves and tell us why you're here, what you're doing.
Hi, my name is Anissa. I'm from Jersey. I'm out here to support the cause, support the kids.
Hey, Jersey.
Hey, Jersey. I'm Mariah. I'm also from Jersey. Denise is one of my best friends, and she invited me to come out, and we barely come out here, so.
How'd you guys hear about the event? Like, you're just here to support the kids and that's it, or do you guys have like a specific cause or anything like that?
Well, we are here to support the kids. I heard it because I follow Yari Sanchez, so I was like, okay, she's lit. That's cute. And I have a nephew. He's 3 years old, so whatever I can do for kids, like I love kids. So I was like, this is cute. I'll bring something out. I took one of his books he doesn't even know, so I brought out to another kid. He already read it, so it's okay.
Okay, that's good. All right. Where you guys from?
And your best friend. So
Yeah.
you're like, I'm supporting.
Yeah.
Where you guys from in Jersey?
I'm from Prince Amboy.
Oh, okay.
And Elizabeth.
I'm from Scotch Plains, so not too far. Yeah. All right. Well, we're happy to see you guys. We went too bad the weather wasn't amazing, but
I know, we were driving here and it was pouring in Jersey. We were like, oh my god, let's get to New York. Please don't let it rain. Please don't let it rain.
Right.
So it was Jersey, so we were like, let's just walk around.
Yeah.
We don't like stop.
okay. Well, thank you guys for coming. T knows Kenny and Ty, and like we're just happy that people came out to support.
Yaris. Yaris, is that how you pronounce her name? Yeah. I just discovered her. I was like, oh, she's beautiful. She's young. But yeah, I'm glad it brought more people out, so that's beautiful.
Right. So thank you guys.
Thanks for having us.
All right, cool. We got 2 really cool fellas with us right now at Blankets. Please go ahead and introduce yourselves.
I'm Neighbor. My name is Arizona.
Okay. And what is y'all's influence on Blankets?
It's just to promote peace and at the same time give people a reason to party. Unity. Unity. Just give people a reason to give back to communities and at the same time have a kick-ass time.
Dope. Party for a cause.
Which I think is definitely happening.
No, you're good.
I feel like being with this time, a lot of people's coming together and just enjoying the energy and also giving back in the same way.
How do you guys feel about like the timing of this event, like after the recent shootings and all this stuff? Like, I feel like Black America's just looking for things like this, and you guys are like perfectly timed in terms of the event.
Well, I wouldn't say it's a time thing because we did this last year around the same time. This is just something we do, whether it was happening or not. I mean, Arizona could pick up one. Yeah, just honestly, it is what we need at this time, but it's not only this time. We need it for every time.
Right.
Past, present, future. So our goal is just to keep this going and to keep the unity and to keep the peace, and like I said, give a good reason for people to get together and have a good time.
Right.
So that's all it really is.
So you guys do this annually or?
Annually, yes. Yes, annually. We did this last year. This is our second time doing it with promotion and people actually backing us.
Right.
So we're gonna keep doing it and just give back.
Word. So do y'all have anything coming up y'all want to advertise or talk about or let the people know?
Shout out to Ty Hunter, Yaris Sanchez, Bel Air, Rose, Moscato, MYX Moscato, and just all the beautiful people that came out here and just are giving their time and their talents just to meet new people. And
we gotta say, like, the response has been wild. Like, everybody loves like a party with the cause. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's really positive. I'm gonna come out and have a good time, and spend my money and drink and be with like-minded people. At least let it be for something that's positive.
And that's our goal right now. We don't even want you to spend money. We just want you to donate, give back, and then we kick that back to you. Like, hey, have fun with us.
Yo, they said VIP is 5 books, my G. Like, that's it.
Which I thought was brilliant. Like, I was talking to C earlier. I was just like, what if every party we had as a community required books or like a $10 gift certificate to get a meal or something that would help the community itself?
It was Blankets first. Just know that. Blankets.
Okay, cool. Well,
thank you for your time.
Thank you
for having us. Thank you.
Love the feedback. We're having an amazing time.
Hashtag rain won't stop us.
This NYX Moscato is something else. I don't know where y'all got. And what's the wine? Okay, tell me about this wine in the white bottle.
That's kind of like a top secret thing, but I can't even say. I'm lost for words right now. Yeah.
Okay, well, it's
I know it's
damn good. That's all I can tell you.
Can you shout out your social media real quick for those who are not aware?
My Instagram is Life Death Arizona, and my Snapchat is Arizona Fresh. Hit me up. Shout out to Blankets. Shout out to Instagram Blankets. Yeah, Instagram is _ Blankets __. Look who just walked this Ty Hunter right here. Look at this.
Hey, Ty!
I already did what I was supposed to, sir. I laid out.
What was the wine in the white bottle?
A good friend of mine.
It was delicious.
Amazing. That's amazing.
So good.
We just were talking about how amazing it tasted.
It's so good, right?
Yeah.
Black owned.
Black owned. Hey, we about that.
Amazing. He's from the DMV.
Word.
Books that were written by someone I just met. His wife wrote these books. It's about co-parenting.
It's called Two Halves Make a Whole by Tiffany D. Taylor, illustrated by Christopher L. Bivens. It's about co-parenting, and the book, just the cover itself, I would read it.
A little black boy.
Right. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
All right, we have some really cool guests with us today at Blankets. Can you please introduce yourself and the coolness that y'all bring to the world?
My name is Ken.
I'm Fab.
And I'm Dave.
And we're from the Last Call podcast.
I love it.
So what's y'all's podcast about?
I mean, so we touch on about everything. There's nothing that we don't touch on, right? So the
other side of it is that we do tend to like drink, and like when we drink, we like kind of like.
You said when you drink, you use drink.
Oh, so with the Last Call podcast, the basis of it is that we're in a barroom setting, right?
Okay,
so where anything goes. It's like whatever's on your mind. Like if you're in a typical barroom, people speak their mind, right? With no inhibitions, no. I mean, Dave's trying to pour it. Nah.
Y'all just want to mention that he has a bottle of Hennessy in his hand.
Yeah.
And a bottle of champagne and poured it all over everything. Anyway,
it's all good.
No, what happened was that the hand was in a different trajectory than he
right.
And so,
right.
Trigonomics, you guys want to
Anyways, so Last Call podcast is about politics, trending topics, things that are going on in the world, and then we feature relationships, love, black love, white love, interracial, everything. And then additionally, we feature a particular beverage or spirit or wine of the week.
But also we put on tunes like Fab is. Fab Rock. She.
Can we talk about how she just DJ'd this party earlier?
Right, DJ Fab tore it up.
She has her ear to the street, so she manages to bring a tune every week.
All I can tell you is that
accent just now. Wait a minute.
What do you mean?
That's part of it.
All I can tell y'all is that we were chilling, and I looked up and I said, "Fab knows what's up." Like everybody was jamming when you were DJing, so we're here for that for sure.
I appreciate it.
Talk about it.
I do.
Yo, I love the collaborative spirit too, because you know what I'm saying. Y'all's podcast is what I feel like is missing right now, and in terms of like what we
Don't
need.
do that.
Why is that? Why do you feel like it's missing?
Because we watch Basketball Wives, we watch fucking Housewives, I'm saying the world watches this trash.
Right.
And it's not representative of what we as young millennial black people are.
But we just want to be us.
You know what I'm saying?
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
So you're giving us this like tremendous compliment, which I will, on behalf of my team, like definitely accept. But like, man, that's a lot.
It is, but I feel like it's like in our podcast, you know what I'm saying, we're in a similar space, but it's like we embrace one another to be in that space, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and it's not competitive. It's not competitive. It's like, y'all have a podcast that's so cool, right? Word. We the cousins. We the extended family that white people don't understand. When you say you have a godbrother or a god sister, they're like, what is that?
Extended family.
Or second, they don't get it right. They don't get that. That's shit. I appreciate that.
You know what it is? Because like I feel like the podcast life or environment is kind of a tiny bit saturated, but at the same time it's not, because it's like it's reach one, teach one. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's there's small percentage of us that have like been like, all right, we're gonna do it We're gonna get our shit together. We're gonna, take time out of our weeks to record real stuff and like our opinions. And maybe nobody's listening, but maybe some people are listening, and that's what matters.
There's a niche for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want to hear this.
Even we got emails randomly.
Yeah,
and
it'd be the most passionate people.
And it's the emails who are just like, yo, we listen to this podcast and we just appreciate the fact that y'all are doing this. And we're just like,
that's dope.
We appreciate the fact that you appreciate it. You know?
Exactly.
And so it's us just
sounds
kicking
like a girl who was from who did a research project on us.
Oh my God,
What school was
so
it?
I went to UVA. I have my best friend.
I wanted to go to UVA.
No.
Where's UVA?
That's Tech.
Virginia Tech is And so one of my best friend's sisters, she's still at UVA, and she's taking a multicultural education class. She texted me one day. She said, "Yo, I used your podcast for a paper," and I was just like, "Girl,
That's what's up.
what?"
I love
You are
that.
a MLA source. In a paper. You're published, girl.
I love that.
And it was just so funny. I was like, "Are you kidding?
That's
Like,
wild.
can you even do that?"
Yeah.
Hashtag the Black experience.
Right.
Apparently,
So-
Wikipedia is a source. So.
Right. Right.
Like,
But it's just the principle
It's
that
real,
we're
my
all
G.
out here like giving this perspective that people actually need and want to hear. And like,
And that's
And don't
like
hear.
Loki. That's a blessing. Like I couldn't be more blessed than to work with like two other people
And
that I
y'all
fuck
all
with.
dope.
But,
Like, the
like,
internet
we're
right now.
like we're different. All three of us are different, but we fuck with each other to the point that like our opinions might clash, but we're not gonna hate each other at the end of the day. Like we respect each other.
Hey, I literally love these guys. I really do. Like I love this guy. He's become like, I mean, we were already friends before. Like, we're at this like great little event. Shout out to Blankets, where like like everybody's kind of chilling right now, and it's like I'm with my friends I haven't seen in fucking weeks. Yo.
It's a good feeling.
Not all at one time. I usually see Kenny every weekend or every day when we record, but like I haven't seen my friends in a good time. And it's like it's how we came together. You see how my energy was like, yo, look, I'm good with it.
Like nonetheless, and I want to point that out, but because we're all positive black people having a good time, and it's all positive, it's all good, it's all love, it's all genuine, it's all like real, but there's no nonsense going on. Like you hear the music playing in the background, there's nobody beefing, it's everybody having a good time.
really love this.
I want to put that
You
out.
want no pounds, big fella.
Ain't no problem.
Shout out Coloring Book by Chance the Rapper. We love the album.
It's been on
Yo, Chance.
repeat
We
for the
love your
past
album.
8 weeks.
Yes, we love your album, bro. We love
All
your
I
album.
can say is how great is our guy.
I was just about to, if you hadn't said that, I was about to chime in with the
You
voice.
wanna know a very meaningless achievement of mine? Wait for it.
Is our guy.
I love it. Right. A very meaningless achievement that I have is that Jay Electronica follows me on Twitter.
Life goals. Hashtag goals. That's like life. That's like life.
That's my greatest achievement in life right now.
Right.
I fucks with him.
Probably.
Like a discreet place.
Also, when we asked them to do this interview, the bottle of Hennessy was at least 2/3 full.
It was definitely higher.
And it's empty.
It's done. It's done
Like,
right
it's straight
now.
up done. And it hasn't been long enough.
We do
So
it.
that's my favorite drink. I'm gonna
Question. Do white people drink Hennessy?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Are you
Yes.
sure? How do
They
you know?
do.
Though? How do you know?
They do,
How do
because
you
I've
know?
seen it.
You've
I've
seen
seen
it.
white people
They've ordered
purchase
it.
Hennessy.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, he will know because he works for Empire.
Yeah,
That's how this all started.
Right. So
Empire the show.
So how the Last Call podcast all came together. So I work for a liquor distributor.
Okay.
Right? I work for a liquor and wine distributor. So I've seen white people buy Hennessy.
Wow.
Asian people buy Hennessy. Asian.
But when
listen to me. I'm willing to go on record and say I think Asian people drink Hennessy as much as black people do, if not more. If not more. Hot take.
You heard it here first. Okay. Asian people and white people drink Hennessy. This has been a question black people have had for
Are you aware of the?
Yo, what's up?
Go ahead.
I have a challenge for listeners. If you ever see a white or Asian person
Please take a photo.
drink or
You have to
purchasing Hennessy, please
Take a photo.
Take a photo. Hashtag one of our podcasts.
Right.
And
I love
send
it.
it to us.
Listen, last call, Black People
Twitter.
World. We need to know. Like, we're literally on the hunt for this information because we don't know what they do.
We
This
don't
is
know what they
incredible.
do. It's like a Dave Chappelle skit. What they do in a natural environment.
Chigga, let's say he's like a guy. He's like Chigga. You know, he has that.
Oh, Rich Chigga.
Rich Chigga.
Yo, we
Yeah,
heard it in the group. So we have a group that we all are in. So in our group, like we talk about mad different shit, and it's like I love it. We were talking about
like new rappers coming out overseas, international.
And 3 months ago, shout out to the link up, the real link up. Like
somebody brought a Rich Chigga.
Yeah,
Rich Chigga. That song is hard as fuck.
I actually was gonna play it today, but
you should have played it.
I know. I'm gonna pull it up.
So let me ask you this, Fab. How'd you become a DJ?
Oh, great question.
It's something that I thought I would be interested in. Somebody kind of put it in my head. So I ended up at an event, right? And this is when I was like, oh, maybe I'll get into it, maybe I won't. And it was a Scratch Academy sponsored event, and they were teaching people how to DJ. So I went to one of them, and it was the first time I touched turntables, and I don't want to sound like stupid, but it felt right. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and I know what I was doing, but it was cool. So
just so y'all know, that background noise with the Hennessy bottle just falling.
It's over. It's over for that.
Go ahead.
Got me about damn mosquito. Damn mosquito on attack, man.
Zika virus. Bye. So listen.
Oh shit.
911.
So listen. Long story short, I decided that I wanted to do it right. I wanted to learn, and I couldn't rely on anybody else to teach me, like on their own time.
Right.
So I went to DubSpot and I learned for 3 months. It was like a 2 times a week class for 3 months. And then January came, and that's when I really started. And in the beginning, I was terrified as shit. And now, like, you know, the growth has been, I can feel my own growth just because I'm not nervous anymore.
I love that.
That's dope as shit.
Yeah, so I love music. Like, it's been my passion. My dad had a studio in our house. Like, he's a producer. So it was... music is like enrooted in me, and my mom was a dancer, so it's like not a stripper. You nasty.
My mind didn't go.
My mind went to ballet.
I'm Haitian, so she did folklore dancing, and she traveled the world for it. Yeah, so like between them two, yeah, man. Music is life, man. It saved my life. So.
Word, we love that. Yo, hashtag Chance the Rapper.
All right, so is there
On the other side, I grew up in church.
Amen. Let's talk about Jesus.
Like I said earlier, how great is our God? Sing with me.
Y'all go to FCBC?
Nah. Okay. I haven't been to church in a long time. We're not gonna talk about that.
Wait, where's FCBC
Hey, listen.
at?
You know, I tried to go to FCBC and I went for a minute, but okay.
We're doing this right now?
Okay. I know. Hashtag real moment. I am an immigrant who grew up with an immigrant father who was a pastor. Kenya. Who came to the States because we were brought here from a white church, and I grew up in a white church my life.
Sounds like slavery. I'm sorry. You're like, we were brought
But no,
here.
it was really dope until you got conscious enough to go like, wait, white churches ain't really for me. So black churches aren't as I'm not as connected as I'd like to be. But that has no reason why I don't go to practice.
I was raised Catholic, so I never felt a connection.
Catholic?
No, very Italian Catholic. Which was cool, but like I never felt a connection. I used to go to like Wednesday night like Bible study
Mass
school or
and shit, yeah.
like CCD is what we used to call it. But it wasn't until I actually went to a Seventh-day Adventist church
My cousin's
that I
Seventh-day Adventist.
Yeah, I actually felt a connection. It was like a church in Mount Vernon because their music was good though.
Yeah.
That's what got me. The music
gets me too.
was everything. But yeah, I dabble FCBC. It's not like 100% my church home. I
try to go to FCBC, but that club line outside to get in church, like kind of like
that was new for me.
I was like,
Hey, yo, VIP on the left. Pre-orders on the right. If you got a ticket already, get on the right side
for your Sunday.
I couldn't get into the club section of First Corinthians Baptist Church. Anyway, back to what she was asking.
I was only asking.
Sorry.
It's okay. So, is there anything? Is there anything y'all would like to shout out before we end the interview? If there's anything, your Instagrams, what y'all are up to next, any events you have, whatever. Yeah.
You wanna go first?
Go ahead, Dave. You up first?
No, I don't want to go first. Kenny, go first.
All right, man. So my Instagram is Ken Plush, KenPlush, Ken Plush. What I'm up? Oh, hey, what's poppin' with you? So I mean, we're just trying to put out as many episodes as we can with our podcast and put out and make our voice be heard. If anybody can appreciate it, like the fact that y'all have theses being done off the strength of y'all podcast, like low key, like I look up to y'all for that. Like I can appreciate y'all for that because that's what we do this for. We could have just like the conversation that we have on our podcast is conversations that we have by ourselves.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
But we felt like it was so powerful, and I had the reach for the outlet to put it out to the open that it only made sense for us to put it out to the open.
That's how amazing Black conversation is, though. Like I think because we had the same exact thing. It was like people kept talking, oh, you also have a podcast. So
we were told numerous times. Then our mentor,
finally was like, y'all have to do it. And so we completely understand where you're coming from. Like, it's our conversation that's powerful that really makes a difference. Like, people really want to hear the stuff that we're talking about and in a constructive
and people are listening
manner.
to it. And people are listening to it. And, I mean, conversation forms other people's opinions and can affect how people think. So, like, I can appreciate y'all for what y'all do and the fact that y'all are giving us the opportunity to fuck with y'all and collaborate on. Like, I appreciate y'all.
That's what it's all about. There's space for all of us, yo. Like, seriously.
The basis of like the Greeks, like they were like having conversations with each other, like Plato and Socrates. They best growth through conversation. So like I feel like podcasts are one of the most important things that we can do. It challenges ourselves to think beyond wherever we thought our limits were.
Exactly.
And to properly articulate as well. Because like that's something like me, like in the past, like maybe I haven't like been able to clearly explain myself, and it's just like it's almost like exercising your brain weekly. So
is there anything you wanna?
Oh yeah, my social it's Curls X Creole, so it's all K's, so cool. KURLS XKREOLE. Or you could type in Fabrock, FABROC, and you will find me. Sorry, we had to.
I love the multitasking. The multitasking is clutch. I'm sorry, I had to interrupt.
No, it's like doing this. It's like rubbing your stomach. No,
nigga, you're done.
We had to talk. We had to talk an hour ago.
And they done divided up amongst themselves.
It wasn't even a divide though.
It'd really be great if we didn't commentate the whole situation. Like,
man, live tweeting this.
I don't want to like.
You don't do anything that you don't want put on a billboard.
But we're not on the billboard now. I don't want anything to deter like the message of what we've been saying. Like, we've been giving some really positive images, and even with Kenny, like I appreciate him being able to like pull us together. I mean, because he told a lot of people like, hey, who want to be in the podcast? I said, hey, I got a lot of shit to say.
Yo, this is disgusting.
You were gonna drink on, man.
Yes.
You were gonna drink on. Put anything in here. Put the blood. Dear God, that's gonna be the blood of Jesus. That's gonna be
I had geniusly like deterred the whole conversation.
Nah, bro.
Back away from me.
I specifically targeted Dave, and I specifically targeted Fab because I knew they're very opinionated people, but able to articulate their opinions in an intellectual way that we could clash off each other. Because I know I don't agree with everything that they say. And if you listen to the podcast, we don't agree on everything.
But we respect each other.
Exactly.
And there's always value in the opinions that are given by your co-host.
Right.
Like, just because you don't agree doesn't mean it's not a valid thing.
We are completely
different.
We're literally
the most opposite people. But that's beautiful. Like, she's the most organized. We used to say this in the past. Like, she's the organizer, engineer, and I'm like the talent. I just show up and I'm like, what's up?
Right.
But
like I know I couldn't do this without them.
Exactly. And
I like there are functions of the show that I lean on them for as well. Right?
But that's what it is. It's a community. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, we have to support one another. We can't do it all by ourselves.
Exactly.
And that's what I really learned.
But I'm also grateful because I've heard of certain situations where people couldn't lean on their partners, like where they tried to lean on them and there was nothing to lean on and they fell over. Right. So like, there are 3 sturdy stables and structures.
I just have one question.
In this.
Are you ready for your blessings? Are you ready for your miracles?
I have one question for you.
Yeah.
One more nigga try to.
Oh my God, that was everything.
Yo, we need to go to a concert together.
That was life. Yo, where's Chance? Where's that nigga gonna
Made in
show up?
America. Are y'all going?
I'll be in America.
I have no Labor Day plans as of now.
Better make them.
And I'm the most traveling ass nigga you probably meet in a long time.
I'll be in Philly. I will be in America.
Yeah, in Philly.
Anyway, what's yours? Go ahead. You have something else to say?
Wait, talk about what was you guys' name?
No.
Yeah, take it away. Take it away.
We just had
State your social media. State your social media and say no more.
social media.
Can you spell it? Can you spell it though?
That Hennessy is so real.
So real.
I can't imagine.
I love this picture of myself every time.
Right.
But
anything is possible.
Hashtag Black Meets World, hashtag Last Call Podcast. I'm Dave. I think my Instagram name, no, my Twitter name might be Earth_Dave. Shout out
Dave of Earth is his Instagram name. Dave of Earth.
Thank you. I was trying to do that.
I got you, bro.
And Twitter is Earth_Dave. We got
Word. All right.
So yeah, I appreciate these guys for like really pulling me off and like
and knowing your underscores. Yeah, I got you.
Yo, but before this, like when we first met these guys, it was very, very dope. You know, I appreciated the energy.
Oh,
this is
mutual.
Jesus.
And I put the watermelon in it too.
You know what?
We started on.
Thank you, the last call. Y'all have been amazing. Shout out to Blankets. Shout out to
Last call, bitch. Get out.
Last call, bitch.